This is Raising.A.Dad.Solutions. I'm Robert, and I'm back talking to fathers about how to treat children at your child's birthday party. Fair use with regard to Newsweek and any other media platforms that may have ownership of this article. But I wanted to get into this. This is under the family and parenting section of Newsweek online. Title of this article is Parent Demanding Daughter is, in single quote, Center of Attention, in single quote, at her party sparks fury. This article was written by Maria Azura Volpe on Christmas Day at 10 in the morning. Yeah, let's get into it. I'm a father, and I like being a father for what it's worth. And for what it's worth, it means everything to me. And so we're going to get into this article. Um, I'm not going to be playing any audio or any video. And as I said earlier, I will use the fair use clause. If you want to visit this article, the link to this article will be in the description box. And as a viewer, you can click on it on this Newsweek article as well as listen to it. But I'll get into it right now. I'll go do some reading and I'll do some explanation as well. The article starts with the internet has dragged a man who got into an argument with his wife for accommodating a girl with special needs on their daughter's birthday and refusing to let them have a play date. This man is definitely getting dragged. He is going to get dragged, and this man potentially uh, is going to end up in divorce court, and he's going to lose. I'm not saying where that man will end up, but by the first paragraph of this Newsweek article, this man has no luck with moving forward with anything to do with his daughter's birthday and him being attentive and apathetic to special needs people, to those who identify as special needs or those who have special needs, in particular, a little girl with regard to a birthday party. Let's continue. In a post shared on Reddit on Monday, titled Monday, which is, well, I guess they're maybe talking about last Monday. Today is December 26th. AITA for wanting my daughter's birthday party to be about her. The man posting under the username u/daughters b-day party explained that when they organized their daughter's sixth birthday party, the school forced them to invite everyone in the class, which is what happens when you have a birthday party for a child at a school. Everybody can come to the party, including a girl who has special needs and is not close to her. How does that father know that the daughter is not close to a child in his school? Maybe they may get into that. Look here, I'm not bashing his father, and I hate the fact that this article, now I won't say I hate, that's a strong word. The fact that this article is the first article that I am dissecting for Raising.A.Dad.Solutions as I uh, drop it onto my various media platforms. On the day of the party, the man was furious upon discovering that his wife had made all sorts of arrangements to accommodate the classmate. He said, not only did we invite the kid, but my wife also called her mom and found out what toys she likes and made sure to have them at the party for her. That makes sense, including all children in the party who are going to be there so that everybody can have fun. You're going to have videos, you're going to have pictures, and you're going to have selfies being taken And these images and videos will be shared on various social media platforms so that these children will be able to remember this event. That makes sense. She also put together a separate meal for the girl and set up our guest room for her and her mom in case she gets overwhelmed. So this father, I kind of understand where he's coming from. I was under the assumption that this event was taking place at the school. No, this event is taking place at the home. Uh, Unfortunately, I will not be showing the video, but we may, if we can find some uh, images, we may post some images. But let's continue. Oh man, this image right here is will get this man trampled, this father. And I'm hoping this is a hoax, but probably not. This image right here is pretty devastating. You got the two children, well, the three children. Sorry, yeah. What appears to be a special needs child looks like a little boy in a green hat, and you have what appears to be two girls, and what appears to be a father or a man who's not upset looking at this bubble, and what appears to be a lady who is having a debate with this man. Uh, let's continue. In the U.S., about 1 in 6, or around 17% of children aged 3 through 17 years have at least one or more developmental disabilities. I can't say if that's true or not. I don't work in this field yet. Back in the day, I did do work in a school, work in a couple of schools as a substitute teacher. I've had a few classrooms as well. And I also grew up in public school, and I am familiar with the special education classes where some of my friends were in special education. And there were a variety of developmental issues, developmental disabilities that children in those classes dealt with. So I'm familiar with that, and that is right. That there is probably 17% of students who have developmental issues. Let's continue. Which are a group of conditions due to an impairment in physical learning, language, or behavior issues, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. Shout out to the CDC. They were heavily in the news during the COVID-19 pandemic. You don't hear about them as much in the news. You do hear about them, but you don't hear about it daily on the news as you did um, in popular news media platforms as you did during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. And I believe the CDC is down in Atlanta. So there's a little red line under the CDC. Click it if you decide to go to this article and check them out, see what kind of work that they do. The poster continued saying that there was no need to make this one little girl special and the center of attention on his daughter's birthday with her own toys, her own food, and even a different costume. He said, I assume they're talking about the father. It was a princess party, and everyone was a princess or prince, except for the special needs kid who was a unicorn. Wow. Uh, this comment is not even about the father, yet I understand that the child should have been accommodated, but to take the child and put them in a different costume outside of the other children, that actually does not make any sense regarding the continuity of the party. So I don't know if he was upset about that. Maybe it will show as we read along the article, but it does not make any sense that the child would be in a unicorn outfit. Let's continue. At the party, he told his wife he didn't like the way she went above and beyond for the little girl, and she answered by saying that she was just trying to be inclusive. She also said set up a play date for the girls, even though her husband doesn't like the idea. Huh. Pretty impactful. It sounds like a familiar issue in regard to the wife and and the husband, or the man and the woman. It looks like they're husband and wife according to the article. So yeah, this is pretty intense. And the writers of this article are making this father out to be a scumbag. I told my wife I don't want her to force our daughter to spend time with this special girl just to make the special one the center of attention, and she called me a D dot 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 whatever that is. I'm currently sleeping in the guest room, and she's setting up a play date for the girls this week. Am I the only a slew of dots or a slew of stars for wanting my daughter's events to be about her and not some random kid? That's a valid question from a father. That's a valid question. I wasn't at the party. I'm just doing a discussion on this article. Um, Pretty powerful stuff. Chloe Carmichael, PhD, a clinical psychologist and the author of Nervous Energy, Harness the Power of Your Anxiety. I haven't read the book. I'm not giving the book any accolades. I'm not being paid for that book, but I am discussing what appears to be Dr. Chloe Carmichael. Dr. Carmichael told Newsweek that there is a fine line between making reasonable accommodations that will allow a child the chance to enjoy a birthday party with their classmates versus doing what psychologists call infantilizing, or treating someone as if they are an infant whose every wish must be accommodated because they are unable to manage even minor frustrations, such as not having their favorite toys available at all times. She said infantilizing a person is not only a strain on others around them, which is what it appears that father is going through. That he's noticing that this young uh, child is putting a strain on everyone. Uh, yeah, and it putting a strain on the continuity of the party because his wife and more than likely other adults made such a issue out of treating this young child special instead of allowing that young child to be just like the other children. But I get it because that child may have special needs that needed to be accommodated. And this is what appears that this article is about, identifying with that child's special needs. Yet, I do have a gripe in that they put the child in a unicorn outfit, and the other children, I must say, were in prince and princess outfits. I would think that the child who is special needs would like, if it looks above it says it was a female, I would think that they would like to be in a princess uniform outfit. Let's continue. It is actually not good for the person being infantilized if they absorb the message that they are viewed as less capable than they actually are. Similarly, it can be helpful for their daughter to see that accommodating people with disabilities is part of a healthy society. But it could be harmful if the daughter absorbs that every whim of a disabled person must be immediately accommodated. So, what this doctor is hinting at is that the father kind of had a point. But what I don't agree with the father is that he noted above, as the article stated, that he and this little girl did not have a relationship. My question again to that is, how does he know? According to Carmichael, instead of rushing to argue with his wife, the man may want to learn more about why she went so far. That's communication between a couple within the framework of a married couple. That's great. There would be great communication. Was the other mother insisting these accommodations were necessary? Or did the wife just offer them under a misguided belief that more is always better? Either way, the man would benefit by recognizing that his wife's desire was to create a wonderful party for their daughter, which is lovely, she said. That's powerful. The wife was identifying with her daughter, as well as identifying with the other children, as well as identifying with the family of the child who had the disability. So the wife had a point, and maybe as a wife, this was her task. And it was agreed upon within the family structure that she would take care of this task. Yet, according to this article, it appears that the father had something to say about his wife's decision making. She added that it's possible the man might come to realize his wife actually helped make the party go smoothly and that giving the child her own toy space actually helped with that goal. On the other hand, she said, the wife might benefit from learning self talk. She can say silently whenever she gets the urge to go overboard, like inviting is kindness, over accommodating is condescending, or boundary setting language like, hey, that's psychological, that's psychologist talk. So I'm just I'm a sociologist, but I don't have any experience in what she was just saying. So I'm going to continue. The post shared on the r/ am I the a blank 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 subreddit received over 5,200 upvotes and 2,000 comments so far. That's within the last few days, it seems. In a comment with over 20,300 upvotes, one user stated, "You're the blank, not you're the A stars. Not only did you mention your daughter's feelings, not sorry. Not once did you mention your daughter's feelings or reactions in all of this. You don't actually care about putting her first." And that is that's a comment that someone is making, but that's got kind of personal. Seems that this article, this Reddit post, uh, got this person writing about feelings that she believe that person believes the father has, which may or may not be correct. But we'll continue. You just don't want to accommodate a special needs kid. You are literally grouchy because you have to be nice to a 6-year-old. This is about as blank A stars as you can get, dude. And strangled moonlight added another subreddit post. Also, the little girl wasn't made the center of attention. Her needs were accommodated because she's human. That's right. Everybody's needs were accommodated. Just like we give access to a bathroom for those with bladders, I believe this writer chose some very provocative comments off of this subreddit post to discuss in this Newsweek article. But I'll continue. We accommodate those with special needs because they are human. And also, those accommodations would likely prevent a flare up meltdown that would distract from daughter's party. Newsweek reached out to for comment, but Newsweek could not verify the details of the case. So um, this was a great article provided by Newsweek. Um, and thank you all for tuning in. Leave your comments. Um, I'm on various platforms. We have TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Looking to be on Roku and Amazon Fire. Thank you so much. Again, this is Raising.A.Dad.Solutions. I'm Robert, and I'm back giving you news articles, reading them to the public, and giving my take on what these articles mean. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.